Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Yeah, we need to like last time as we have discussed, we need to create this table like employee onboarding table with these columns. So let's create these columns one by one. Like I think in the last time I have already explained what are the like how to what are the different type of columns which we can create and everything, right? So here if you see before that before creating table, I'll explain few of the tables which we can default standard tables will be there, right? Automatically after creating environment, by default these are the tables which are already existed, right? So what are these tables? Like for example, general in any organization, some tables are like standard, right? Like for example, account related or else address information if you want to store, even appointment information, business unit information, everything will be created like on again we no need to create these tables if we want. Automatically these are standard tables which will like if you want we can use this table. For example, I want to store like an uh, contact information of the candidate. In that if you see, automatically we have these with these fields like an see full name, email of that candidate, we can store a company name and a phone number, all these columns again we need to create. If you want to store any user information, simply we can use you make use of this table. Okay. And one more important table we have is user table. What is this user table? We have read what is this user table. So in this user table will be like in the SharePoint and everything, user information will be we can access it same like, whereas here the all the whatever the users which have access to this environment, that user information will be stored in this user table. So if we want to use any where that user information, we can create a lookup column to this user table. Got it? So let's create table now. Last time we have created with Copilot, right? Let's start with blank table now so that you can understand how we can create. Yeah, so when you have open same, you everything it will be open like this. Whatever the by default this name will be like table one will be added, but we can change it. Sorry, if you double click on this, it will be in come in editable mode. So our table name is employee onboarding, right? Same we can give. Okay. So here the key symbol is coming, right? That is our primary column. So that by default here it is new column is coming, right? That we can change it to whatever the thing which we want. So as I have told you, primary column should be like single line of text only. We can't change it to something else. But in our scenario, if you see here, employee is our lookup table and other things are like in nothing is single line of text here. So we can create id primary column as id so that we can change it later. For example, I'll create this as id column, and from here there is no option to directly change it to auto number later. Like once you if you create it as single line of text, later you can change it. So what I'll do is as of now I'll create it as single line of text only, and I'll make this as mandatory. And one more column, new column I'll create it. What is other one? Employee is there, right? Employee which is lookup. Okay, well, let's do one thing. Until now, I'll create this one. Remaining columns, how we can go there and that one I'll show you. As of now, I'll click on save and exit. If you go to custom table, our employee onboarding is there. So this is the information which we have created. It will show here. So name of the table properties, like name of the table which we have created, and primary column which we have created. ID is our primary column, right? Like what is the type of table which we have created, and the last modified. That one it will show. And the columns relationships case. What is case? I'll explain it later. And forms, views, and charts, dashboard, everything we can create it from here itself. And even the customization which we want to create on this table also we can do from here. See, now remaining columns we need to create it. I'll go to inside column. If you see here, there is an option to create a new column. I'll go there. And what is our next column? That is employee, right? Which is lookup employee. And for lookup we need to choose lookup. And if you go related table, and I want to look up it to into the contact table, right? So I'll search that contact table. Okay. And here you may get doubt why I'm choosing this contact table instead of using the user table. As user table, in that user table already whoever having user information will be stored, right? Think in a way that like an employees which are not yet onboarded, that means that users are not part of our organization yet, right? So that user, if they are in that, as I've told you in the previously, in the user table, if they have access to this environment, then only those persons information will be stored in user table, which is a system table, right? So whereas contact table, we can enter the data if we want. So that's why I'm choosing a contact table instead of user table. I'll save it. And next column is our designation, which is also look up to this one. We have created it last time. We have created one table roles, right? That will be our lookup table. And one more thing we have is employee type, which is choices. So let's now create. Last time we haven't created global choice, right? Let's now create that global choice. If we want to create a global choice, this one should be selected as S. By default, it will be selected as S, so no need to select it again. After that one, a choice is not created yet, right? Here, new choice option will come. New choice. If we click here, that global choice name it will be displayed here. Name we should mention here. What is our global choice? Um, Employee type, I want to give employee type choices. I'll mention employee type choices. Full time contract. Okay. This is the choice which I have created. Here if we search, okay, employee type choice I have chosen, and by default, what is the choice which we want to come, that we can mention. Either if you don't want anything, we can mention it as none. As of now, I'm mentioning it as none only. Next, date of birth, which should be date only. Next email. If you have chosen singleton of text, it will come as email option that I am going to choose. Save. Next, phone number, which is of type phone. Phone number, I'll choose this one. Save. Next, emergency contacts details. This is a text area which we are giving. Okay. Next, manager email. Next, interview start date, which is also date only.
Hey Mamta, I just joined. Please give me brief context.
Okay, so what we are doing is we are creating an by the way, we have started data hours. In this data hours, we are creating a data hours table. Okay, so with these columns, we are going to create a table. In the last session, if you have joined, we have explained different types of columns we have in the data hours. So we are creating that now. Okay. Yeah, interview end date. Okay, Kalpana, if you have missed any of the thing, you can check the like recordings, right? That you can check. Okay, now I'm creating interview end date. And next we have is interview outcome, which is choices successful or unsuccessful. For this, I'm going to create a local choice. Choices and local choice I'll create. Here, if it is successful, I want to show it in a green color. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. If it is this one, I want to choose it as red color. Okay. I'll save it. And date of joining, right? Date of joining, which I want to do a calculated column. So what I will do is create a new column, date of joining, which is if we search here formula, here we are getting one formula session, right? So this one recently this formula session used to come. Before that one, what we used to do, what is another option we used to have is after selecting date only, here behavior is there, right? Here we have a calculated option. That is another thing, but which is like the calculated behavior will eventually be discontinued. We recommend using the formula data type. So this is how they are suggesting now. Like it's a recent feature we got. So let's choose that one only, formula. So what is the thing which we want? So based on the interview end date we want, right? We search here. Before that one, add days. 60 days I want to add. For this one, what I'll choose is interview end date or date tag. Yeah. See, date, number of units we need to add, right? Okay, date and number of units, that is 60 days we want. Okay. And here there is another thing is like an unit uh, example days if you want to add, or else months if you want to add, that thing we need to mention here. In this scenario, we are using days, right? That I am mentioning. Time unit dot days. Okay. So for the end date, we are adding 60 days as the date of joining. I'll save it. See, automatically it is chosen as date and time. If we want change it to something else, date only, we can change it here. I'll save it. Next column is leaves. This is going to be number, which is I'm taking as a whole number. Okay. And is account created, which is going to be yes or no option kind of column. So for this, is account created I have selected, and in the choices if you see here yes or no option choice is there, that we can choose it instead of creating from the scratch. Automatically there is an option to create an yes or no choice. Okay, I'll choose that one. Even if you want we can change it. By default for this one no should be the default choice. For yes and no there is not going to be none option, as by default either it should be yes or no, but I want to make it as the default value no. Okay. Next is VPN allocated. This is also going to be yes or no. And is device setup. This is also going to be yes or no. Corporate email. Again, this is going to be email type. And next, admin notes, which is going to be text area. For this one, I'll choose multi-line text. Okay. And business unit. What is the business unit which is user going to be assigned? That a business unit which is choice column. With these choices we need to create. Okay. Choice. This is also I'll create it as an local choice. Insurance. Healthcare. Even here we are getting these number values, right? That if we want we can change them as well. Healthcare. Finance. And
Mamatha, what is
marketing.
that value associated with it?
Actually, in the back end, this is going to be a like how we have for table logical names is there, right? For choices,
Okay.
this is going to be act as a logical value.
Okay. Okay.
So, for example, wherever you are writing conditions based on this choice values, even if you in future if you change the name also, it won't affect anything.
Okay. So its represent remains same in the
Yeah,
memory. Okay.
yes. Once after creating it, it will be in the disable mode. Like that is how it will be there.
Okay.
Okay. Marketing, I have these choices I have created, and project information text area again is information verified. This is also a yes or no. This is also an yes or no column. Easily BL check. That is also a yes or no one. Biometric done. This is also an yes or no. Received assets. This is also going to be yes or no one. Okay. So we have created all the required columns now. See, if you have seen, if you go to relationships here, these are the currently relationships we have with different tables. Okay. See, created by which is related to user table. Okay. Created by is an default column. Okay. That is look up to the user table with many to one relationship, and created by also an default column which is like an related to the user table with many to one relationship. Designation which we have created, right? That relationship also automatically created many to one as we have created a lookup column, right? So whenever we create a lookup column, automatically many to one relationship will create. Again, we don't need to come here and create a separate relationship. Got it? Even employee also I have created an lookup column to the contact table, right? See, many to one relationship is has been created. Same like modified entity instance, everything which we have automatically created everything. So even if you want to make a new relationship to the some other table also, you can come here with like many to many relationship, one to many relationship, many to one. These are the relationships you can create it. Got it? So these are the things said, and if you go here we have an option as forms and views. What are those? Before that one I'll show. Okay, we forgot one thing. We need forgot to change id column as automatic number. Id column is there, right? I want to change it an automatic. Auto number is coming, that it will be which is business required. Even if you want to change it to something else, like I want to make it as optional, that also I can do it. String prefer like requirement, it won't be disabled. Like even after creating also we can change whether we want to change it to required or business requirement, everything we can change it. and I want to make it as EM 4 digits. This is how I want to show it, and I'll save it. So if you come here, forms views are there. So what are those are like, if I go here in the edit, see if I want to create a new row using form, we are getting these, right? Form we are able to see. It's asking for credentials. Give me 1 second. See, this is the form which we got, as we haven't created anything, but whatever the information which we want to enter from the user, that we can create it. So that will be there here. If you go in the forms, yeah, these are the by default forms we have. One is quick view form, and one is another one is card form, and another one is main form. What are the difference between these two main these three mains? A main form is going to be our, as name suggests, which is the main form, where you want to get an user will going to enter the information. And card form is like an form, we want to use it in mobile devices. That scenario we will use this card form. And quick view is like an, that I'll explain it you later, because so what is mean by quick view means, in some scenarios with quick information, if you want to create specific records, in that scenario we can use this quick view form. Okay. And like an, if you want to use sorry, and one more thing, if you want to use these information in some other table, that in that scenario also we can create this quick view form, and that form we can use it in some other tables. In that scenario also we can use it. Okay. And if you go here, views also by default, some specific views will be there, like active employee onboarding. So this is a public view, and which is going to be a default view. Okay. Employee onboarding, advanced find view, and associated views, lookup views, inactive views. So in active views, what are the records which are active? That is going to be there in this view display. Okay. In employee onboarding, advanced find view, this is like an when we want to create an advanced find view is there, like if you want to search any records, like a specific lookup, we have some controls in our forms. In that scenario, if we are using advanced control, there we will get this view. Okay. This is also a associated view also, like even if you want to change anything, we can change the filters. Like if I open here, see, with this filters, automatically it got created. If you see status, with status, active, automatically created. Even if you want to add some other filters also, we can use it. And as of now, only ID column is there. Even if you want to add any other specific columns also, we can add it. And inactive, in this only inactive records are going to be there. If you see here, see here status is there as inactive. Same like in the SharePoint, how we have views which we can create. Same by adding filters, we can create here views. And quick find view also, if we are using like an subgrids, there we will use this quick find active views. Okay. And I'll at this I'll modify this this is our public view, right? Even if you want, I can create a new view, but I'll use this active employee onboarding view itself. Okay. If I go here, these are the options we have. What are those, like an table columns are there, right? That we will get here. And here, what are the columns we have, that option columns it will display here. And what are the related, so we have relationships to other tables, right? That table columns also, if you want here, if you go to related, you can get them. For example, I want to add any designation table columns, that I can expand, I can add it. Okay. First, we have ID, right? Next, I'll add employee name, employee here. Okay. You can simply drag and drop here. That's it. Okay. Next, here also you will come these options. From here also, if you don't want to add, directly insert view column also you can try and you can add it. Okay. Next, we have line by line. Let's add them by seeing here. Next designation I want to add. I'll add it. Even if anything is, you can think that it is misplaced, you can simply drag and you can add it. And another thing which we have is employee type. Mm, okay, I'll click on that one. Employee type is added. And another thing we have is date of birth. That's it about I want to add about the employee information. And I'll add this simply interview outcome. Okay. Remaining I won't add. Yeah, interview start date and end date also, let's add them. And one more thing we have is manager information is there, right? Manager information also I will add. And is device like setup that I'll add. Okay, after creating here, for example, here I want to some other filters. Apart from active records, I want to add any other conditions. I can add here add row. What is the filter which we want to add, that you can add it. For example, in this here form, I want to show only is device setup is equal to yes or no records only, like yes records only I want to see. That filter I can add it. So whenever we are opening this view, only with this condition records only we will be able to see. Even if I want to add another thing also, there is no such limitation. You can add as many as conditions you want. Okay. Got it? And here you'll have few options like an undo any same and validate, save as, save and publish. So I will use save and publish. If you publish, then only the changes will be reflected in real end user. Otherwise, it won't reflect. Like if you have chosen as save only, that changes it won't reflect to the end user. And I want to sort it on, we have sorted it on ID column, right? Even if I want to sort it on use employee also, we can do it. Like an ascending order, I want to see all the records I have done.
How we create the card forms only if they required only the card forms, or and where we use the card form actually?
In the card forms, generally we will use in mobile device applications. If you are using that, in that scenario, we'll use. Mostly we won't be use that card form, but yeah, in the mobile device applications, if you are going to develop that in that scenario. So this is the view which we have created, right? Next, I'll go to forms and I'll modify the information main form is there, right? That I'll modify.
So by default, these three type of forms auto created.
Yeah, it will be auto created. Even if you don't want to use these three forms, if you want to create a new form also, you can create here. See, main form, quick view form, anything that
Okay.
you can create it.
So if we required only the card form, so we have to select it and then we create it.
Yeah, but we have anyway, we have this main form, right? I'll make use of that one only. I'll change this display name to employee onboarding form. Okay. And here, if you see components we have, you like if you want to add any components, you can add it here. Table columns, what are the columns which we have, that it will be displayed here. Here by default only unused columns will be displayed. If even if you want to see all the columns present in the table, unused means the columns which you haven't used in this form yet. Okay, that columns will be displayed. If I unselect this one, all the columns will be displayed. Okay, tree view, that what is the structure we have. So by default this is like header, it will add automatically by the form itself. Even general, that is which means these tabs are there, right? That we have in that tab we have an one control. Okay, that in that we have these fields. Okay, and footer we have. Okay, if you go to here, like form libraries and everything we have, right? uh, Okay, if you go to components, these are the components we have. Like one column tab we want, two columns tab we want. That tabs means these are the, like general tab is the one tab. Even if you want to add another tab also, we can add it. And one column section. So these are the sections means we have this thing, right? ID owner. This is a section we have. Okay, in that section whatever the fields which we want we can add it. Okay, now two column section means here id in each row we have only one column, right? Okay, in like in if each row if you want to display two fields, in that scenario two column section we will take. And a quick view is there, right? If you take quick view, in that quick view we can add the quick form which we have created, right? That we can use it, add it in this quick view. Okay, the quick view is nothing but what is the relation table. For example, if you observe in the views we have related table option there, but whereas in forms we don't have such option to add other related table columns. Only that columns which we have in this table will be only displayed here. So if you take quick view, even if you want to display other table columns also, using that feature we can add it. Okay, and like a timeline, a space, everything we can add it. Same, it will be displayed with what is it that come into that specific category. Everything it will be displayed. Mostly it will repeat, but most of the things which we have, we will use popular ones. It will be displayed above. Okay. If you see here, I want to show this owner tab, same drag and drop option, we can use it. I want to display this owner tab at the end, top. Okay, I will simply drag here. owner is displaying it here now. See, even if you see whatever where it is there, you can check it. And another thing which we want is, see, if you see here, this is the information which is going to be entered by HR, and this is the information which is going to be admin, and this is the information which is manager. So these are the tabs I want to create. So this I'll change it to HR. This information is there, right? This is employee information tab which I want to enter. The only employee related information is there, right? That I'll enter. I'll change it as employee information. Okay. And in this information, what I want to add is, let's go to columns. Search. I'm searching employee. Okay. Next employee type also I will add. Simply, even if you want to move anything, you can simply drag and drop. Okay. And next I want to display designation. Next, date of birth. And email. So for this one, we have read email, phone number, emergency contact details. I want to mention it as an another section as contact information. So that we can, how we can do is, we need to go to components. We have an another option as sections, right? One column section, two column section. Let's take two column section. You'll understand what is that one. Okay. Simply select this thing and two column section. Yeah, see here it is added. This one I will change as, oh, multiple times I have created, right? Yeah, after adding here, see, this is our section with two columns. Even if you want to change it to something or else also, like four column section, three column section, one column section also, you can change it. Got it? I will make this as contact information. Okay. And in this contact information, let's go to table column. Before the adding the columns, we make sure you have selected this section. Then only it will be added inside. Okay. Uh, phone. Uh, okay. Phone, and we another thing which we have is emergency contacts details. And we have is another thing, email. That is also I will add. Okay. Anything which we have missed? Email, phone number, emergency contacts. Yeah, okay. Next, interview start date and end date. That is, let's create another section here. Okay. For this one, again, I'll go to components. Again, I'll choose another section, one column section. This time I will take. If you scroll down, interview information. Okay. Interview start date, interview end date, interview outcome, and date of joining leaves also I will add here. Date of joining leaves. Okay. See here, if you observe, date of joining is as it is a calculated column, which is a read-only field. You can't modify that one. Let's reorder them. Like how you want to see in the general desktop, that you can see. You can select here desktop, like in the tablet, how it is going to display in the desktop, how it going to be display. You can check it. Let's choose like desktop. Now, if you see, it will come. It will. I'll zoom it. Okay, if you see, this is how it's going to be displayed in the desktop. This is how it's going to display contact information. We have changed it to two columns, right? See, as we have created two column table, that I will move it here. Same. This is also, if we move, it will come beside that one.
I think it is single column, Mamta.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Let's leave that one now. Yeah. But if we change it, we can, if we drag it, it will come like how employee details, if I after dragging, how it went here. That's how you can change it. Like even if you want to change it to three columns also, we can change it. And we can drag, if we drag here, the, yeah, if you see, all three columns are in one row now. Got it? This is how you can change it. Like simply dragging, nothing is, nothing there is such functionalities like X and Y properties we need to change, nothing. Simply we need to drag. That's it. Okay. And um, another thing which we need to do is admin related information we want to, which is a another tab which we want to create, right? How we can create the another tab? If you go to components, we have an tab option, right? That I will add one column tab. I have created. See, after adding here, new tab is added here. In this, if I click on this one, employee information is displaying. If I click on this new tab, another new section have been created, right? In this new section, I'll name it as admin. Okay, even if I don't want to display this name, simply what I'll do, hide label, I'll choose. After doing hide label, that label is hide now. Table columns, I'll go. In the admin, what we have is account created. Okay, I think you are not able to, you'll be not able to see this one. Responsive, let's choose so that you can see. Yeah, and next is VPN allocated. And another thing we have is device setup. Next we have corporate email, and next we have is admin notes. Okay. Again, let's create another tab, which is manager one. Okay. Here I want to name it as manager in. Okay. Same, I'll hide the label for this one. What are the information columns we have? Business unit and project information. Table columns, business unit and project information. Okay. And next, another thing which we have is employee joining after joining information we have read, like is information verified, BL checked. These are the so employee background check tab I want to add it. Again, I'll go here. Again, another tab I'll add, one column tab. So new tab is there, right? Background check. Table columns, is information verified? Is BL checked? All the three columns which I have added, and biometric done, received assets. Okay. So these with this information we have completed. Like if you see now, after clicking on each tab, you will be able to see each column information. Got it?
Yeah, Mamta.
And for this one, hide label is there. And no, for this one, I want to show the idle general information. Okay, that I'll do, and I'll save and publish. Now I'll go and see here. Yeah, it's published. Okay, let's go back and show open that again. Yeah, new row using form. I'll click after this one. What are the form data which we have entered now? Everything is displaying here. Employee information or tab, it's displaying. Yeah, I think something we have missed. Yeah. So basically, so whatever the things which we have done, everything is displaying. If you have observed, everything which is displaying like our date and thing, everything is displaying correct. But remaining yes or no choice columns are displaying like this yes and no, right? Instead of this one, I want to show it as like an is account created. I want to show it as a checkbox, or else I want to change it as a toggle button. Like how that we can change it. I'll show it now. If you go back to that form, if you forms, employee onboarding form. Okay. Okay, yeah. And if you see here, expand this tab by default option is showing, right? What is this means? If you see here, this is the tab which is expanded by default, right? That we can set it here. Expand this tab by default. If you uncheck this one, that it won't expand by default. Whatever the thing which we have mentioned, other one, that is going to be expanded. Okay. Yeah, is account created? I want to change it as checkbox, right? If you go to here components, if you click on this component here, you will get that option. This one we want to change it as a toggle, right? If you click on here, for example, in the only web-based application, I want to show it as a toggle. Otherwise, in normal application like mobile tablet, I want to show it as drop down only. That then means you can unselect this one. In non three of them you want to select, you can select it. See, now it will show it as a toggle, yes or no. Same, we can change it to this one as well. And device setup also, I will change it, yes or no. So instead of showing it here, after changing here, while creating also, you can, if you search in the like column component, sorry, checkbox is there, right? If you click on here, and what is the column which you want, add it, like is device setup, is biometric done, that what is the column which we want as a checkbox, that we can select it, and we can, if we click on done, that column will add as yes or no checkbox kind of column. No. Got it? That is way also you can do it. Like if even if you want to get more components also, you can get it. Like in by default checkbox is not there, right? That I will add. This information verified is there, right? Now I'll make it as checkbox. That is also another thing which we can do it. Any doubts here?
No, Mamta.
Yeah. Now if I let's refresh this one. I think it won't refresh. Now every columns are changes, either toggle or else checkbox according to we have changed it, that it will reflect now. Ah, why this is showing as tab? I have published the changes, right?
Yes, I think you did it.
See, if you see in the preview, what are the things which we have created? Everything it will display here. Okay, let's change this one as well. Yes, I will do save and publish.
Amta, here for name it is showing some error, right? I mean, it is empty.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
even if it's okay, it's not
Yeah.
an issue. Mm.
Amta, is it because you disabled something while creating the tabs? You hide something optional. That was for sections, right? Section name, I think you hid.
What I have disabled?
No, I think while adding these tabs, no,
Yeah, that is for section.
section name,
Yeah.
yeah, section name you hide, I think, yeah.
Hmm. Section name, no, 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 that's not an issue. Section
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is
got
for
it,
this
got it,
section.
got it.
See, I'll go to tab name is different, section name is different.
Yeah, yeah.
So
This is
this is
actually
a
my
section
bad.
name,
Yeah, yeah,
general.
my bad.
This
I
is a
I got
tab
confused.
names. Yeah, sure. What happened? Yeah, the names columns are reflected now. Save everything is changed to choices now. Okay. And if you see here, what is the data which we are like in this employee information? Currently, we don't have any data, right? That's why we are not getting anything. And if you see all the options remaining, designation also we haven't created any designations. That's why we are not getting anything. But yeah, that is another. Remaining all are there. So let's before that one, let's add few data into this employee like contacts table and designation table also. Let's add few information. Like even if we want to create a new role name, that is also we can create. For example, from here also I can create a new role. See, it will redirect to the role table now. Role form it has opened. What is the designation we want? We can give it like in the roles we have, right? Software engineer I want give, I can give it. Department I'll choose as J open. See now that option is there. Here same for contacts also. Even if I want to create, I can create a new. See, this is about quick create form with quick information instead of opening it in a previously for the other form. Designation it opened in a new tab, right? Whereas quick create form, it will show it in like this. It in the same form as a sidebar, it will show. This is a quick create. Like without leaving the current form, if we want to enter data, this quick create form, we can use it. Employee
How did you
name,
open this?
that nothing. Mostly for quick create from lookup, for the lookup columns, it will come. See, new contact I have created, right? For the designation, we haven't enabled that. These two open, we need to enable one checkbox. I'll show you that one, how we can enable
Okay,
that one.
okay, okay.
Some basic information I'll give. These are the mandatory ones. Remaining are not mandatory. I won't give. It's there. Even as it is a mail, email. If I give enter a valid email address, it will throw as it is an email type column which we have created. Then it is it's a proper email ID, right? Phone number. Interview start date. I have interview end date. Leaves 3. Interview outcome successful. I have taken. And date of joining we can't create it, right? I'll go to another tab. I'll enter remaining information as well. And I'll save the record. Okay. After this one, new form is open, but yeah, no issue. If we go here, see this is the details. It got added. First time without entering data, we have created save and closed it. That is the record which we have created. And after that one, the next record which we have created now. Okay. This is how numbers are going to be created automatically. No need to enter this one. And if I go back here, I have told you, right, how we can open that quick create form. If you go to, let's go to that designation table and properties. If we open, these are here some checkboxes. Previously, it was there, right? That in the checkboxes, see leverage quick create form if available. That option we need to select it. Okay. If we select that one, in that scenario, whenever we are using lookup columns at that time, if we are using the create new role, in that scenario, that immediate instead of leaving that page, we can create it within that form itself. Got it? That's why if you see the contact table, as it is a default one, we have that already enabled. Contact, if we go properties, see, leverage quick create form is there. It's already enabled. Here for some of them, there is a one at the top, right? That means once it is enabled, you can't change it. With remaining one, you can like check it, uncheck based on your requirement. But these are like ones were on top of one we have, right? That we can't change it once it you have checked it. Okay.
Okay.
Mm, now let's create a model driven app based on the thing which we have created now. If for that one, if we go to here, new app, okay, let's go to create. Okay, before that one, sorry, I forgot to mention one more thing as well. In the form applications, we if we see here, like based on such some scenarios, if you want to make some columns and mandatory one, like conditional mandatory, conditional enablement you want to do. For example, after entering interview start date only, you need to enter interview end date. Okay, that one you want to mention, like if it is successful, then only you want to enter like enable leaves, otherwise it should be disabled. These conditional thing we want to do in the data hours. How we can do it is, if we go to a table, custom table, employee onboarding. Okay, here we have business rules, right? There we can go. Here existing business rules, if are there, it will display. Currently, we don't have any business rules, right? That we can create, and if you click on new business rule, it will open here. What are business rules? Means rules to apply on your form fields. Like as I have told you, like if you want to make some fields mandatory based on certain condition, and if you want to show some error messages, only these are the things which are possible with business rules. So lock or unlock. That means read only for specific fields. If you want to leaves is there, as you want to disable that, we can change it using like an lock or unlock one. In disable or enabling, here we called it as a lock or unlock in the model data hours. And set field value is like an on specific condition. If you want to set some fields as some field value to something, Then in that scenario, you can, or else if you want to clear some values in that scenario also, you can use set using set field value. If you want to set default value to some fields, that using this set default value, you can set it. And set visibility, that means hide and show thing, show the fields based on condition. If you want to do, you can achieve it. And set business requirement, which is like if you want to make some fields based on set condition, then business required that you can mention it. And show error message is like after some condition, if you want to show, if it that condition is not met, in that scenario you want to make that you want to throw some error message, in that scenario show error message you can use. Okay, these are the things which are possible, that only you can add in business rule. This is also interview question. What are the things which we can achieve it using business rules? One is recommendation, you can mention it, locking or unlocking fields, show error message, set field value, set default value, set business required, set visibility. Okay, how we can, let's take some example here. Like if interview start date is entered, then only interview end date we want to enter, user to enter, right? So if you go to like if by default condition will be added, no need to add it again. Here these are the options we have. What is the display name of this condition, that you can mention it. Check if interview start date has value. Okay, that I want to check, right? Entity, what is the entity we are choosing? By default we are coming from that entity, right? Automatically that entity will be added here. And source, here it should be what is the source we want to add this business tool. So as we came from the table, it is showing entity, but if we came from the form, two options are going to be displayed, entity and form. So entity means entire entity level it will apply. If you have chosen a specific form, that rule will be applied to that specific form only. In the remaining forms, that rule won't apply. Got it? That you can mention it. And the field on which level we want to add, that we can choose it. Interview start date I want to select. And here these are the options we have. Like if it equals to something else, if you want check, that you can mention it. But in our scenario, contains data, we want to see it, right? If it is contains data, then S will come. In that scenario, what we want to do, end data, end date should be enabled, right? Lock or unlock, same dragging and dropping you can choose. Display name, you can add it. Like there is no restriction. What is the name we want add? We can just simply add it like unlock interview end date. Okay. And here we need to choose interview end date. Okay. Lock or unlock, unlock, right? If it is, if with this contains data, then it should be unlocked. Otherwise, what it should, like if it is a no, it should be locked, right? Again, same thing I'll take. Okay. Lock interview end date. Same here also I'll choose interview end date. And here lock. Okay. Apply. Now here we have like name of that business rule we have, that we need to mention. Show or hide interview end date. I'm created this business rule and I'm saving it. Even you can add description also. Okay. Validate means it will check any errors are there, that it will, if we click on validate, See, validation successful. If you have any errors, it will throw an error and activate. Okay. Until you activate, it won't change, reflect it in the form level. You need to activate it. Okay. See here. This action will attempt to activate the process you have selected. Like whatever the process which we have selected, that will will be effective in that form. Okay.
Can we also deactivate the existing
Yeah,
business?
you can.
So
Like
once it
for
is active,
example,
it is
this
okay.
yeah, if
Got it.
you
Got it.
want to, you don't want to do this one, like this functionality you don't want anymore, simply you can come here and deactivate it. Here also scope will be same. Okay, once you activated it, you can't modify anything. Even if you want to make any changes, you need to first deactivate it. Okay.
Modify and then again activate.
Yeah, activate it, that you need to do it. See, now it everything is enabled. Here if you see scope, if you have seen, like entity level, this business rule should be affected. All forms means form level, whatever the forms which are there in data was in that level you want, then all forms will be, you need to select. Employee onboarding means the main form we have, right? Employee onboarding, only on that form you want this rule to be effective, that you can select. Okay. Any doubts here? Entity means entire entity level, it will be applicable. Forms level means only the forms which are there in the database, on that forms only, in that forms only the rule will be applicable. If you choose this specific form, on that specific form only it will be applicable. Okay, I will activate it again. Now one more thing, if you see, observe our logic. So that means interview start date is there, interview end date is there. After entering interview end date, the user have removed this date. In that scenario, what should happen? This value should also be erased, right? This should be logged and this value should be erased. But we haven't written that logic. That also we need to add. For that one, what we need to do? Whenever the field is logged, the value should be erased, right? So here we need to choose set field value is there, right? That we
Mamta,
need
I think
to
we are not able
choose.
to see your screen. I think it just shows deactivate screen.
Oh, is it?
Is it? Yeah. Is it
I can
everyone? I
see.
mean, everyone is
Now
seeing or
I can see.
same in now.
I can still see that business role for the first one you created. No, that
Yeah, business, like I'm in the business full screen only.
that screen only. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you changed the screen.
no, no. So if you see here, now I'm in the application form screen. Are you able to see it?
No, I'm not able to see the form screen.
Is it same for everyone?
No, I can see. I think so. Internet issue might be happen this side.
Yeah.
Let me rejoin.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Here, if you what we are thinking, like whenever this value is erased, if this should be logged, and the value also should be erased, right? For that one, set field value we need to take, and interview ended. Okay, interview ended, let's choose that one. And if you see here, these are the things which we options we have. Value, that means specific value. If we want to set like some specific date we want to set on that one, we can choose it. And field, that we can uh, check it like this is the date of joining, date of birth, whatever the field, another field value which we want to store it in this end date, that way also we can do it. And formula also we can add like some specific date we want to add, that also you can do it. But in our scenario, value should be erased, clear, right? That's why I have chosen clear option. Okay. I'll activate it. Okay, now I'll go back. If you see here, the status of that one, it will be shown, what is the business tool we have. And if you go to employee onboarding and the form which we have created, okay, if I click on this interview start date and see the business rules, see, for this column there is an active business rule which is applied for this one. And if you go to interviewed end date also, what are the fields which are included in this business rule? For them, if you see, it will be shown in the business rule section. For the leaves, if I go, see, there is no business rules for this column applicable on this, applied on this business column, right? That's why there is no business rule here. Whereas for interview end date and start date, it's displaying. Got it? From here also, even if I want to create any other business rule, that way I can do it. If I want, I can edit it. If I want to delete the business rule itself, I can delete it simply from here only, form also. Got it? And leaves, for leaves also we thought one rule, right? Interview outcome, leave should be enabled, should display if interview outcome is successful, right? For that one also, let create a business rule. If I can from here also, I told you, right, we can create. I am clicking on new business rule. Condition, check. Interview outcome equals, so what it is, if it is successful, that choice I'm selecting. See, interview outcome equals successful, we have chosen. And we need to go to components. Here what we need is set visibility, like we want to show or hide, right? Set visibility, we can choose it. And show leaves field. Here, what is the field which we want to show? That we need to leaves S. S no options. For visibility, S no options. We want to show it, right? For showing, we need to choose S. Instead, like if you see here again, if you want, you can add it. There is another options also, right? Like copy paste. That is also you can see. Now what I'll do? I'm clicking on copy, and if I click on paste, where I want to paste this field, I'm choosing here. Same field here, copy pasted. Instead of choosing again field, simply I'll make it as no, and I'll change this field name to hide. I'll leave it. Apply. Okay. Whenever it is hiding, the value in that field also should be erased, right? Set field value, I will choose. Okay. And here leaves, I will choose leaves column clear. Okay. And if you want to delete any action, you can simply click on delete. It will be deleted. Here you are thinking like add, right? It's same, like whatever the fields which we have here, it will display same thing here, condition, everything. Okay. And business rule name. Mm, I'm saving it, I'm activating. Now let's see in the form how it is reflecting. Same. Here also it's reflecting now. Let's go back. Before that one, we have created a calculator in column, right? Let's see that value is updated or not. Interview. Yeah, date of joining is there, right? See, it's automatically updated to 60 days from the joining interview ended date, sorry. Yeah, okay. Let's see now. We have created a business rule, right? It's taking time to reflect. Yeah, see. Now interview end date is marked. I will select the date. Now it is enabled. Got it? Once if I remove it, again it is locked. I will enter. I will enter this one also. Now if I remove this one, this is locked and even the value entered here also erased. Got it? This is how business rules will work. And same interview outcome, if it is successful, leaves is displaying. If it is unsuccessful, it is hiding. Got it? Any doubts here? So on this specific, like on the same field, multiple business rules you can create it. There is no such restrictions. For example, start date, end date. This is the like locking and unlocking we have done, right? For example, like end date should be greater than start date. That whenever it is less than the interview start date, if you want to throw some error, that also you can achieve it using business rules. Okay. Any doubts until now? What we have done?
No.
No, Mamta. I think we need to go through once again all the steps.
Yeah, okay.
For now, it is a bit confusing.
Confusing, okay.
I mean, you know in where
Mm.
and what options are there, right? For us, it will be like
Yeah, that's
we
why
need to get
I'm
used to it.
daily telling you to guys practice it once. So simply nothing. I'll tell you whatever we have discussed today. I'll explain it again. If we go to tables, like column types that you understood, right? Different
Yeah, yeah,
types of column types. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I think I have clicked on something else. Okay. If you go to tables here, if you can click on okay, you can click on this new table options, or else you can click on this options as well. Anything is fine. Using this, you can create the tables. And if you go to custom tables here, as I have told you previously, the tables which we have created, that will be displayed under custom. Recommended means most used like tables will be there here. In the all, custom, recommended, both of them will be there. Okay, recommended mostly here, if you see, all are system created tables only. Okay, and we have created employee onboarding, right? If you go here, these are the table properties we have. Table properties are nothing but like table related information will be there here. See, employee onboarding and primary plural name of that employee. Okay. As I've told you, attachments. This is also one time one. See, here it is one is there means once it is enabled, you can't undo it. That means it will be enabled entire time. You can't disable it next time. And here some options. A few of them I'll explain later. Most of them I'll explain later because you'll be confused if I explain it. Like we have a scenario that came quick create form. That's why I have explained it. Now you understood. Remaining also based on the scenarios we'll get next time. Based on the scenarios, I'll explain each one by one. Okay. And same, like everything is apart from remaining, general information will be there. What is the type of table we have, record owner, ownership, what is the record ownership, user or team, that we can check it. And these are system ones. That's you can, it's a least bothered. Okay. And primary column also, what is the column which we have created at that time, it will be fixed. You can't change it. Like while creating, we made ID column as the primary column, right? That's why ID column is there and you can't change it or anything here. Okay. And if you go to columns, all the columns will be displayed here. In this, it will include all this, some default columns which will come, right? That it will be there, and the columns which we have created. Like last time told you, what are the columns which we have created, how we can identify it using the like our columns are suffixed with prefixed with some prefix, right? CR420F, right? That name, using that we can identify. For these columns, if you observe, there is no prefix. That is means those are the system generated columns. Okay. And whenever we are creating a lookup column, automatically relationship is created. If you see here, relationships, you can see it here. Relationship many to, for lookup columns, automatically many to one relationship is going to be created. You no need to create it again. that it will be automatically generated. Even these, all these also system generated columns, also lookup columns, right? That's why there is a many to one relationship is automatically created. Even these are also system generated one. You no need to worry about them. Okay. Those you have created like an employee designation we have created. This is the relationship we are going to use mostly. And forms, right? Forms means where user is going to enter information, that will like how many forms you want to create, as many you can create it. So for example, some users need to use some like for example, sales department will enter only few information data, whereas normal users are there, like managers and those people are there, right? They need to enter complete data. In that scenario, based on the specific user position, you can you want to show specific form. That also, by creating another form, you can show it based on the role that you can achieve it. Okay. That's why as many forms you can create, like information quick view form I have told you, right? Like how we got without leaving the your like without leaving the current main home page, that if you want to enter the data using quick view form, you can enter it, you can create it. That is one thing. And as I have told you previously, like if you want to show in the employee onboarding is there, right? Employee onboarding information columns, you want to show it in some other table using quick view form. That columns you can add it that form, and that form you can use it in that wherever the table you want using quick view. Okay. Card form, as I have told you, that you can will be used in an you can use it in mobile devices, simple like card like forms. Okay. And views, based on the filter conditions which you want to create, that you can create it. Public, we have few type of forms, like one is public view. And here if you see, you can create a new form as well, like an I want to let's create one form, you'll understand. Yeah. Yeah, I will create a view for contract employees. Okay. Employee type contract employee, right? Contract employee onboarding, I will create it. Automatically some fields are added. Even if you want, we can add it. Okay. Let's add filter here. If you go to add row, what is our employee type should be contract, right? Only in this view we want to show only contract employees. And active users information only I want to show. For that one, status, I will choose it as okay. Active only, active records I want to display it. Okay. This is the condition which I have added, and I will save and publish it. So whenever we are accessing using this view, only contract employee details only it will display in this specific view. Whereas the view which we have previous view, right? That is by default view we have active employee onboarding. There you are going to see active, sorry, contract and full-time employees. Both you can see it. Okay. And see here we have an another lookup view is there, right? what is that view is basically, if you come here, uh, yeah, see, this is the view which we are getting, employee A, and that information, if I click on all records, yeah, only we have one record in that, right? Yeah, that information only we are able to see. And if I click on advanced lookup, right, see, this is the view which we are getting, right? That view is coming from here. Got it?
Yes,
So
Mamta.
here also you want to change, like here, this is the information we are able to see, right? Even if you want to modify few things, or else if you want to show any other fields here to the user, that you can add and simply you can create it. So based on scenarios for the advanced find, this is how we are, this is where advanced lookup is going to display. And this is a lookup view where whatever we are seeing here. Okay. And that lookup view is here. If you see, only name is there. Uh, this is like not that one. It's a contact one, right? Let's go to contact table. Yeah, contacts lookup view is there, right? If you see here, see full name we have, right? Employee, those information, but in the lookup view, only whatever the primary column which we have, that information is going to display here. Okay. If you click on this one, as I've told you, it will redirect to that specific form details. Got it? And if I go back, another thing which we have in the table, our table is business rules. There are two ways which we can create business rules. One is like you can come here business rules and you can create a new business rule. That is one way. And another way is like forms is there, right? If you go to form, whatever the form we have, that you need to go. Okay. If I click on here, automatically for each field, if you like for this employee field, if I want to add business rule, here you can create, like click on new business rule. That will be right side of your panel. It will be there on right side, third tab. Got it?
Yeah, Mamta.
Yeah. In the form also, like by creating form, these are the components. Components means like a header or any sections you want to add, tabs you want to add, uh, subgrids, anything we want to add, you can add it from the here. Okay. Like, and if you want to add images also, image web resource, you can take it and you can add the image. AI builders, anything you want, like this will be advanced, but yeah, these are the things you can add it. And this here it will show columns. Like simply if you click on, automatically it will be added into that wherever you have. If I select on here, if I click on any of the column, that column is going to add into that specific section you have selected. Okay. And this is a tree structure view. Tree view is there, right? There, how that structure we have added, it will be shown. Okay. And these are like advanced. Again, if you are going to add the JavaScripts, anything that you can add it here. And business rules. What are the business rules which are there in this form? It will be shown here. From here also, you can create a business rule. Okay. show only active, that is like a filtration we have for the business rules. That's okay. In the business rules, as I have told you previously, only whatever the mentioned operations we have, right? Let me deactivate it. Condition is going to be added automatically. So condition should be there to check the logic, right? Whenever we want to apply this business logic, business rules, that for that one to check, condition should be there mandatory. Based on like condition only, whatever we want, what is the action we want to perform, that we can mention it simply. That's it.
So we can
So
add multiple conditions also, right?
yeah, multiple like after checking this one, you want to check in another condition. That also here you can simply add it.
Okay.
I go here, see, after this one, I want to check in another condition. It's not adding. Yeah, let me add it. Yeah. See, here I'm adding. After this one, like if it is successful, I want to do something. I can add it. This is the thing I want add. Like if it is unsuccessful, I want to do whatever the operation. Like there is no such limit. Like
Yeah.
only, but you can add it. What are there here? That's it.
Okay.
Business rule should start with condition, and at least it should have one action. Okay. One
Yeah.
condition it should have, one action should have. Remaining, like there is no such limitation, only these are the many actions you can, like there is no based on your scenario, as many as conditions and rules actions you can add it. Okay. But we have business rules, as I've shown you, only you can one more limitation we have is with business rules is here you can access same table columns, but other table columns if you want to access, like related tables, if you want to check that one, you can't access them here. Only the tables which are there, columns which are there associated with this table, only those you can see it here. Okay, that's it. That is the restriction we have. Okay, that's it about today. Next class we will start with model driven app. Okay.
Yeah, Mamta. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks
Bye.
all. Bye.